Okay. I forgot. I'm on my other laptop, so I don't have any of my audio filters. I'm on an entirely different computer than the one I usually use. So we're going to... Okay. Okay. Eh? 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 Okay. Okay. Should I noise gate? I don't know if I should noise gate. Oh, I don't want to get any like, I don't want to get any like, I'll up my gain a little bit. We'll up the gain just a tad. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Should I up the game? No. I now that I'm like talking volume, I think we're okay. I hope my beautiful intro. This stream is mostly just a proof of concept, I guess. It's mostly just a proof of concept to like see if I can even get things to work on my separate setup, because obviously I think I upped the gain too much. Too much gain. Okay, too much gain. Too much gain. Lower the gain. Okay. Gain back to normal. Gain back to normal. Yeah. So this is more or less just a proof of concept, because I have the good old tabletop gaming stream. But fun fact about me and my setup, that's a completely different computer. That is a completely different. I have a different computer now. I have my old laptop, which is basically now just a dedicated stream machine set up in my hobby room for my Gundam. But I also have my like regular personal computer that I have here in my like desk, which is a different place. So I set up OBS on here and everything, because OBS, fun fact, incredibly annoying to like have multiple accounts on. By incredibly annoying, I mean it's impossible. They just don't let you do that. I think my mic's peaking. I think I upped the gain too much again. Okay. We're gonna lower the gain again. I don't want to lower it too much though. Okay. I think we're good now. I think my mic is hopefully not peaking anymore. Yeah. Mostly just a proof of concept, because I downloaded OBS on my other computer and I want to try streaming on this one on my personal channel, because I don't know, I want to do more stuff than just Gundam. So this stream scuffed as by the way, I can swear now. I can say it's scuffed as fuck. Okay? I can swear now. Yeah, that's part of one of the reasons I just wanted to like test things out on my other channel, on my personal channel, and see where things are going. Don't worry, I have an activity planned in case you couldn't tell from everything else. I'm going to be doing a shoujo tier list. I just want to get the introductory stuff out of the way. Before I jump into things. This is YouTube, right? So there's like VOD playback, things to take into account. And so this is mostly so I can test audio, make sure everything is okay, and see what's happening. But it's like my beautiful introduction screen. My beautiful introduction screen. Yeah, my beautiful introduction screen. Oh, am I still peaking? Am I? I don't think I'm. I think I'm okay. If my mic is peaking, I really hope someone lets me know. That's also part of why I'm doing this, because I've also got playback. I also have the power of VOD playback, so I can I can look back and look at my own audio. But also I'd like to know if anyone's out there, if my mic is peaking. If anyone's out there, if my mic is peaking, I'd like to know. But yeah, in case you couldn't tell, I put all of this together in roughly 10 minutes because I don't have I kind of do have real graphics. These are legally obtained. AKA I don't know, man, one of my weaknesses, it's really cool out there. There's so many artists that make really cool assets and whatnot that you can buy. And I just bought one that I thought was cute. But alas, it doesn't include an intro screen or anything like that, so I made one myself. It's very beautiful. We're working on it. It's a work in progress. Ideally, I would like to have a better one, but again, this stream is more or less just a proof of concept, so this is kind of just scuffed, beautiful. Please bear with me. Please bear with me. I'm trying my best. I'm not trying my... Well, I am trying my best. I want to do well. But, you know, I'm not going to go out and spend hours making a whole beautiful intro, introduction, animation, all that stuff. Because I don't want to. It's not that I don't want to, but, you know, proof of concept. Proof of concept. I wanted to stream today, and this is what I have. And this is what I have. I feel like I've spent enough time rambling. I think we can go to the main event. I think I'm satisfied. I think my audio is good enough. My music level is the same as it always is. Let me know if there's anything wrong with the music. As I've tested previously, this music volume is good. But also, this is a different computer, so if it's not good, well, guess I'll fucking die. I guess I'll just die. Okay? Anyway. On to the main event. I feel like I'm gonna swear a lot to compensate for the fact that I've never been able to swear on the internet before. Which is a lie. But it's also not. Because on Brunch and Build, I can't swear. Which is I feel like I don't swear that often in my actual real life. I mean, I do, but I feel like I swear as much as any other person does. But, I feel like I'm a little unleashed right now. And so, anyway, before I dawdle any longer, we'll go on to the main event, which is... Let's go. See, doesn't this look nice? See, I prepped this ahead of time. I had prepped ahead of time. This layout, I had this prepped ahead of time. I'm very proud of myself. I think it looks cute. Dearly! Thank you! Thank you for being here! I love you dearly. Yeah. It's a tier list. I feel like I'm gonna change the tiers a little bit just to make it more fun for me. And I also want to give an explanation of what each tier means to me. What every tier means to me. S tier, fucking God tier. This is cream of the crop. Best of the best. 100%. You cannot beat this. Cream of the crop, 100%. This is my favorite. I rank this in my favorites of all time. This is self-explanatory. God tier. A tier, okay, I want to specify A tier is still really McFreaking good. I misspelled McFreaking. Really McFreaking good. Really good. Okay. A tier's really McFreaking good. There are manga that are really good that I love a lot, but just like didn't have that extra edge to put them in the god tier, but don't get it twisted. It's still really McFreaking good. Okay, B tier, we're gonna say I feel like, you know what, B tier is gonna stay B tier. B tier is going to stay B tier. Okay? As an Asian, growing up as an Asian, I have a very specific ooh, my chat box looks crazy. Oh, my chat box looks crazy. I gotta fix that. We're gonna try and fix that. Okay, I'm gonna try and fix this. Oopsies. I don't want my chat box to be crazy and compressed like that. Okay, I think we're okay now. If it looks I also want to make it so the chat box stays on screen. I want chat box to stay on screen. Always show messages. Let me see them. It's a little warped. Yeah, I know chat box is a little warped. Okay, I know it's a little warped. Oh no. Oh. See, you'd think I know what I'm doing. You'd think I would know what I'm doing at this point. I really don't. I really don't. Okay, we're gonna say I think this is okay. I think this is good. I want to make it so that the chat the chat stays on the screen. So the chat stays on the screen. I don't want it to disappear. I don't even remember. It's so crazy. I've literally done this before, and yet I still don't. And so I still don't know what I'm doing. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. This is what this stream is for. It's for figuring out what the hell I'm doing. Because I feel like I'm someone... I learn best when I'm doing it. Okay? I feel like I'm someone who learns best, like, when I'm doing it. Through direct experience. I have to be on the job and in there to like really know what's happening. To like actually learn anything. Pro streaming, yeah. This is how the pros do it. It's almost, ignore the fact that I have been streaming for like 2 years at this point. It's been almost 2 years. That's so crazy that I've been streaming for almost 2 years. I'm clearly professional. I'm clearly a professional. Yeah. See, I'm a little bit spoiled when I'm doing Brunch and Build. I have a manager, actually. I have a manager. I still had to do a lot of it myself, but she also is my manager, and she tells me how to, she taught me how to do it. She teaches me how to do it, and she sets it up the way that my layout, everything is the way that she wants it to be set up, and she tells me how to set it up the way she wants it to be set up, and I'm like, okay. But now I have to do it myself, which is difficult. And sometimes she does it herself too. Some of my layout she did in fact set it up herself. But it's okay. We're pros here. We're pros. Anyway, back to the tier list. We're going back to the tier list, back to our main event. B tier. B tier, I want to keep B tier because as an Asian, I know what a B means. B is not good enough. No, I'm kidding. B tier, that makes it sound like the manga I'm putting in B tier aren't good. That's a lie. B tier is good, okay? But I don't want to just say good. B is like, okay. Okay? B, you know, the irony is it's going to be, this is what a B means to white people and not to Asians. Okay? B is just good. B is good. B is good. It wasn't really good, but it's good. C tier, I will not lie to you, I want C tier to be for kind of like forgettable. Like stuff that I know I've read, oh god. Stuff that I know I've read, but I could not tell you a single thing about. Because looking through these, I recognize, by the way, there's a lot on here. This is a lot. This is like a lot. I don't know if I'm going to go through every single one of them, but by god, Will I fucking try? I will try, because I do recognize a lot of these. I feel like I want to say a solid at least 1/3, if not... At least 1/3, if not, like, half. More than half of them I recognize. Definitely, like, more than half of them I recognize, but out of the ones that I've read, I still have read, like, a solid chunk of these. But we'll go through it when we'll go through it then. But there's a lot that I've read because, by the way, in my description I did name myself as a shoujo veteran, which I felt like is a little dramatic, but it's kind of true. I truly have spent 15 years in the shoujo mines. In the year of our Lord 2024, I turned 25 this year. Because I started reading shoujo manga when I was like 9 or 10. Like when I knew what shoujo manga, I went to my school library and I went to the graphic novel section and I borrowed a copy of Kitchen Princess, which is on this tier list, by the way. No, it was Kami-tama Karin. I borrowed a copy of Kami-tama Karin from my school library because I was like, this is great. Because as I've explained as part of my lore, the reason why I got into anime and manga is magical girls. And I was deep into magical girls. And so that's how I got into like both anime and manga, was magical girls. And so my very first manga that I read when I was like in 5th grade, from my from my school library, was Kami-tama Karin. But anyway, I know she's on this tier list. She has a special place in my heart. But we'll get there when we get there. But anyway, that is to say, I've been reading shoujo manga for a very long time. No joke, 15 years of my life now. So I've read a lot. That is to say, I've read a lot. But there's a lot that honestly I think is just kind of forgettable. There's a lot out there that I think is just kind of forgettable. I recognize it. I know I've read it. Could I tell you a single goddamn thing about its plot? Absolutely not. So that goes in C tier. D tier is D tier. It's D's do not get degrees. You know, C's get degrees, D's don't get degrees. And I very nearly was a D student that didn't get my degree, but that's neither here nor there. I say this, D tiers for the manga that I know I've read, and I just didn't really like it. I just didn't think that it was very good. Usually it's either like something in it just didn't really click with me, or it has like a certain trope that like icks me out and I just am not into it. And I was like, ooh, I don't like this. Whether or not the story is actually good, sometimes there are some things that when a manga has it, I'm like, I can't do this. Well, it depends, because I don't want to like pretend. I don't want to like be super inflexible or rigid. I don't know why. I just like I almost died. I almost swallowed something wrong, but we're good. We're good. I don't want to be like inflexible or rigid, but sometimes I do have like a threshold. Like once we get into it, I will explain more, but there's some manga, like there's some tropes and certain things that I just cannot stand. I just hate it. I can't do it. But if it's done well enough, I can forgive it. Or if it does a good enough job at making me forget that it's there, I can forgive it. But a lot of the time it doesn't. And so those such manga will end up in our D tier. And then F tier, simple. Trash. This shit's garbage. Straight garbage. Trash. Icky. I don't want to touch these ever again with a 10-foot pole is what this tier is for. Goodbye. And then haven't read, easy to determine, haven't read. Well, Hello, hello, welcome. It's me. It's me. I mean, I think I'm allowed to be legally distinct. It's still me, Salem, um, of Brunch and Build fame, but in a different place right now. I'm sorry. Why am I sorry? I'm just here. Yeah, testing. We're living. Thank you for tuning into my scuffed ass test stream. Thank you for for coming into my scuffed ass test stream. Hopefully, if this goes well, which I mean, I'm just hanging out. It's more just a learning thing. I think I 100% do plan on like streaming and doing more stuff on this channel, but you know, I'm someone that needs to learn through experience. So we're here learning how to stream from scratch, as if I don't already know how to stream, but I'm on a new computer. I'm like in charge of all of my shit now, and I'm learning. I'm learning. But anyhow, I feel like that's enough. Anyway, haven't read tier is pretty self-explanatory. It means I haven't read it. Plan to read. Okay, I is something that is very important to me to distinguish. I think I like distinguishing like plan to read because there like clearly is a difference between a series I I don't know and I haven't read versus a series that I do know but I plan to read it, because I only read things that I think will be good. As most people do, I only read things that I think will be good. So these are ones that I think will be good, but I have yet to cast judgment on. But I don't want to just lump them into the don't know, haven't read, because I do like something about it has stuck out to me and makes me want to read it. Which is why I think it deserves to have a separate tier, which honestly I kind of want to put above haven't read. Because this is catch-all tier. I haven't read it. I don't know it. I haven't read it. And I think that's a good explanation. That's a good explanation of what's happening. And yeah. I think it's time. I think we've explained enough. I've wasted enough time. I feel like it's time for the main event. I think it's time for the main event. And right off the bat, I don't know what the fuck this is. I hope you can see. Yeah, you can see my cursor. Right off the bat, I don't know what the fuck this is. I googled it because the other thing is I will have to take breaks. Not take breaks, but I'll have to like open some of these images separately because the text is I have bad eyesight and all of these are really small, and some of these use the Japanese covers and not the English ones, so I don't recognize them at a glance. So I may have to like take a second and look at some of them more closely. But right off the bat, this first one, I don't know what it is. It looks nice, but I've never heard of it and I don't know it. Same, well, I do recognize this one. This one's, I think, like Ginno. It's like Ginno. It's like Silver Knight or something like that. It's like a classic. I mean, it's a classic. Like the Hanata Yume cover is so iconic. I know it's a Hanata Yume. I just haven't read it. I don't know it. I don't know anything about it, so it doesn't really incline me to read it. Okay. Kaicho wa Maid-sama. Okay. I know off to a terrible start. I know we're off to a terrible start, but it simply sucks that Kaicho wa Maid-sama is so like high up here, because truly, she belongs in the garbage. Gin no Yusha. Yeah, Gin no Yusha, which is like, I know it's like Silver Knight or something like that. Brave of Silver. Gin no Yusha is like hero, or because it's not directly knight, but Gin no Yusha. Yeah, I know I've heard of it. I just haven't read it. I don't really know anything about it, but a lot of those classic Hanata Yumes I kind of just know because, again, I started reading manga like in my school library in like 2009. In like 2009. So these Hanata Yume covers, I know like the back of my goddamn hand whether I've read them or not. But anyway, Anyway, I deserve compensation from Kaicho Maid-sama because I read that shit when I was like 10 or 11. I was in love with it. I was I read the whole manga, I watched the anime. I loved Kaicho wa Maid-sama. And then I reread it when I was older. I reread it like a few years back. And I was like, this is awful, actually. This sucks. How did I like this? Well, I know why. I was 10 years old. But looking back, Usui deserves a restraining order. He needs to be in jail. He needs to be in jail. I think I was enamored with it at the beginning because it had like your typical like stereotypical strong female character, because Misaki was like, she could beat people up and she's the student council president. But also, upon reread with slightly more brain cells, it 100% suffers from the classic sets up a strong female character that coincidentally stops being strong except for when they want the main guy to save her. Like, they set up this, one of the first plot lines in the goddamn story was Misaki. They spent so long setting up that Misaki is like a judo master. Like, she's great. She's like a trained in judo, who's been doing it her whole life, doesn't take shit from anyone. And one of the first arcs in the manga was some like love rival guy kidnaps her and like basically threatens to like sexually assault her, and it's like, girl, don't you know judo? And they try and set up like why she can't do anything, and it's like, oh, it's because he's bigger than her, when it's like clearly we've seen many times that that's the whole point of judo, so that she can take on opponents that are bigger than her and stronger than her. Because that, you know, I'm not a martial arts master, but like, come on. But they set that up just so Usui, the male lead, can swoop in and save her. And it happens so many times where Misaki just coincidentally forgets that she's a strong female character so that Usui can come save her. And also he sucks. Okay, and also he sucks. He deserves to be in jail. He's a walking... Listen, I can't even say that I'm against walking red flags, but he just sucks, okay? It's one thing to have like an unhinged man in a fun way. Nagi! Thank you for joining! Yeah, it's one thing to be like unhinged red flag in a fun way. It's another thing that he just sucks. It's another thing when he just sucks. So that's why it belongs there. The Young Master's Revenge is another one that I have heard of, but I have not read. He's not a red flag, he's the whole parade. I think the premise of the setting is fun, but the way the story played out was just... Yeah! The premise is actually really fun. I do really like the premise. I think it's really cute. It sounds cute, but then the way it actually happens, garbage. Bad. That's why it lives in trash tier. This one is another one. Again, you know, a bunch of these, I haven't read them and I don't know. Actually, I'll be for real. I don't know these. I vaguely recognize them, but I haven't read them, so they're gonna be in the haven't read tier. This one, though, Faster Than a Kiss. I am debating between putting it in forgettable and trash, because the thing is, I did read it, and I know I didn't like it, but I barely remember anything about it. But I feel like it's kind of too kind putting it in C tier. I feel like putting it in C tier is a little bit too kind. Because it's about, like... It's one of those things that I don't like. It's student-teacher romance, which already, off the bat, I don't like it. But it's like, compounded with, like, pseudo-adoption, and, like, ooh, I just remember... I don't even remember if I finished it. but I did read it years ago. I'm gonna put it in D's do not get degrees. New tier forgettable. I have a forgettable tier. That's what the C tier is. But I feel like C tier is more forgettable neutral. This one is forgettable derogatory. I just remember not liking it. So it's gonna live in D's do not get degrees. Because it doesn't... I feel like C tier is too kind. But trash tier is also kind of unfair. Because I don't remember enough about it to like particularly dislike it. Anyway... Primitive boyfriend. I don't want to read this. L'Accordo d'Oro is one that I actually have been wanting to read, that I know is good, but I'm terrible at everything, so it's gonna live in there. Haruka is another one I don't. We're gonna like speedrun just a little bit to get through ones that I like, the ones that I don't know. Lady Kanako is also one that I know but I haven't read. This one I vaguely recognize. We're gonna have to like look it up real quick. Because I recognize it, but I can't tell what the title is from this. Because it's the Japanese cover, but I vaguely recognize it, so I don't entirely know what it is. So we're gonna use my good friend Google. Oh, Kaguya Hime! It's Kaguya Hime. Yeah. I mean, it's Kaguya Hime, but I remember it's like different. Corte de Oro is such a classic. I know! There's one with Yan potential. See, this is why it lives on my plan to read. I plan to read it, because I know I've been wanting to read it. It's a classic that I know I've been wanting to read. This is also one that I've been wanting to read, because I know it, but I have not read it. So it's going to live in the plan to read, because I do want to read it. And then the next one, I know this is some villainous shit that I know I've definitely read this. This is some villainous shit. But it's probably... Once again, I wanna find the title, because I don't want to just like lump all of them together. Yeah, The Beloved Imperial Bride! Okay. I have read this. Unfortunately, she will have to go in forgettable, because I don't remember a lot about it. But, you know, villainous. This one is also a Hana to Yume that I recognize. But once again, I want to fact check, because I don't remember whether or not I've read this one. And which means we're going to use my best friend Google. To remember what the hell the title is. Because it's the Japanese cover, and thus I don't know. Hanasakeru Seishonen. Oh, Boys Over Flowers! Boys Over Flowers, my beloved. Okay. Well, beloved derogatory. I'll be real. I'm looking forward to your thoughts on the third one. Hello? Naki. Okay. Boys Over Flowers. I have special feelings for Boys Over Flowers. It's beloved to me. It was my first K-drama. And then I found that it was a manga, and so I read the manga, and I also love the manga. But it's one of those that I haven't read since I was like, I want to say 13. And I'm honestly afraid, because like when I think about it again, it's where a lot of my complexes started of like things I do and don't like in romance manga and shoujo and K-dramas and stuff, of like, to this day, second male lead disease is ingrained in my being because of Boys Over Flowers. Because I will never be over the injustice from Boys Over Flowers. It was my proto, like, second, like, love triangle / second male lead disease / I remember the main guy kind of sucked. He kind of sucked. Not as bad as, like, Usui, but maybe? It's been long enough that I don't entirely remember. But I do remember him not being as good as the second guy, because the second guy was just so much nicer. But I don't want to like be too harsh on it because it was one of my like proto shoujo, so I don't want to be too mean to it. But I know I know if I reread it now, I probably would not feel this way about it. But because I haven't reread it yet, we are going to say okay. Because I haven't read it yet, because I haven't reread it, we're gonna let it live in my fond memories and put it in B tier. We're going to let it live fondly in my memories. I don't want to put it in like any of the highest tiers because I don't think it deserves it. But I do want it, like, it's got the nostalgia glasses. This one I know I've read. It's like something in the public health room. It's like super generic. We're gonna put her in forgettable because I did read it, but I don't remember a single goddamn thing about it. But I recognize this, and I know I've read it. I don't remember a single goddamn thing. Next one, Vampire Knight, easy. Okay, I need a PTSD tier for Vampire Knight. I need a PTSD tier for Vampire Knight. I feel like nothing. Like, I don't even know if it. Like, genuinely, I think Vampire Knight might deserve a PTSD tier. Because at least with Kaicho of Maid-sama, when I read it at the time, I liked it. When I was, like, 11 years old and stupid, I loved Kaicho of Maid-sama. I couldn't even say that about Vampire Knight. Because even at the time, even when I was, like, in middle school, in the height of my like edgy vampire phase, and I was like, it really is the manga version of Twilight. It really is. Except with more incest. It's the manga version of Twilight, but somehow worse. Like, genuinely, I think it kind of does beat just a little bit. It beats out just a little bit Jacob imprinting on Bella's child. My friend cut me up on the whole saga and there's a sequel. Yeah, I read it. I tried so hard to give Vampire Knight a chance. I really did. Because I had already, like, integrated into my, like, middle school persona that I think vampires are really cool and I'm super edgy. And so I have to like everything that's, like, vampire romance. And so I forced myself so hard to like Vampire Knight and I couldn't do it. It sucked. It sucked so much too, because to this day, Mr. Zero Vampire Knight, I am in love with you. Okay? I actually tried rewatching Vampire Knight, like, last year. I tried rewatching Vampire Knight, the anime at least, last year, because I kind of got, might not have even been last year, but it was very recent, like, the past 6 months. I tried to, like, rewatch. I've been on a kick to, like, rewatch some, like, shitty older anime that I don't like, but just, like, putting it on in the background for fun, like, stuff that's, like, fun bad. Like, I rewatched SAO, by the way, in English, by the way, so I could put it on in the background. Because I knew they'd be fun bad, and I just wanted to experience them again. Should just read, like, the first 10 chapters and head to the exit. Yeah. Because, and so when I was rewatching it, like, I will not lie to you, I remember loving Zero. Zero was my everything when I was 12 years old, and then when I rewatched it at like 24 years old, he's still my everything. Nothing's changed. Like, he's so, like, like, genuinely, I think Zero is part of why I love why white-haired anime boys are, like, my weakness. Why I love white-haired anime boys so much, because he's, like, truly the classic, tortured, edgy, white-haired anime boy. He's like, oh, I'm a vampire, but I pretend not to be, because I hate vampires, but really, I am one this whole time, and so I hate myself, because I'm going crazy, because I'm a vampire, and I might attack people at any time, because I refuse to acknowledge that I'm a vampire, but he's, like, all tortured, but he cares about the main character, but he can't care about her. It's, art. beautiful. I cannot believe how he lost in this equation. I feel like it's worse. Like, I feel like he's your N-word. He really is my N-word. He is my N-word. Except there's another Edward. It's like if both the love interests were Edward, is what Vampire Knight is. Because the other guy is like the prim, proper, refined vampire. He's so cool. Everyone loves him. But secretly, he's evil. But also, he's not. The other thing about Zero is that he's also, I can't believe I forgot, he's a vampire hunter. He's a professional vampire hunter. That's why he's so tortured. His backstory straight up, vampires killed my whole family, and now I hate vampires. But also, in the attack that killed my whole family, and so I vowed to kill all vampires, and in the attack that killed my whole family, I became a vampire. Like, he's everything to me. But then the other guy, fuck him. Not even Edward? Is this a spoiler? Not even Edward? Yeah. He's like someone else. That really is how it is. And then the other guy is like the prim and proper vampire, but actually he's evil. But actually he's not evil, but actually he is evil. But actually it doesn't matter because he's her fucking brother. He is her biological brother. Not only is he her biological brother, he's also actually, I'm sorry, I'm spoiling the shit out of Vampire Knight. I don't care. I can't believe I used to like Kaname. Nagi, how could you do this to me? Okay, actually, I can't entirely blame you for liking Kaname. He is like, oh, he's so prim and proper, but actually he's evil. Like, I kind of can't fault you for that. But Zero, like, was my everything. I could never be a Kaname girly. Even before everything was revealed about Kaname, I could have never been a Kaname girl. He's, like, too perfect. I want the, like, tortured, tragic, white-haired anime boy. Like, Zero was so flawed from the beginning, but, like, listen, he had the, yeah, exactly. He had the Gentleman Yan potential. That's why I don't fault you. That's why I don't fault you, but he just wasn't for me, because Zero existed. But anyway, none of it fucking matters, because he is her brother, and not only is he her brother, he's the reincarnation of their grandfather, who's like the most evil vampire, except Kaname is actually good, except actually he's not. Usually when there's something in the back. Yeah, like, I get it. I do. I really do. But I was so upset that Zero didn't win. Even after the reveal that Kaname is her brother. Okay? I have PTSD. I went through so much. For Vampire Knight. I think it especially affected me because I felt like I invested so much to try. I tried so hard to like it, because not only did Zero lose, because technically she does get with Zero in the very, very end of the manga. At least the like original run. I'm not counting the sequel yet. At least in the original one, she does technically get with Zero, but that's only because I'm about to spoil the entire like end of Vampire Knight, by the way. But I genuinely, it's not worth going through. Just to save you what I went through, I'm going to spoil the entire ending of Vampire Knight. What ends up happening is that Kaname ends up like sacrificing himself. And so he gets put into like the 1,000-year coma or whatever. And genuinely I forgot the main girl's name. She has zero personality. I remember fucking nothing about her. I think her name might have been Yuki, but I might be wrong. I don't think her name was Yuki. But in my brain, I feel like her name might have been Yuki. I don't entirely remember. But anyway, Yuki, we're gonna say her name's Yuki for now, because I don't remember otherwise. Kaname, like, sacrificed himself for her to, like, seal, I'm pretty sure it had something to do with, like, sealing away the evil vampire that he, like, that's inside of him, or whatever. But basically Kaname sacrifices himself for her, but because he's a vampire, he can't like actually die. It is Yuki. Okay, yeah. I was like, I feel like it's Yuki, but I don't entirely know. Kaname like sacrifices himself for her, and then he gets put, but he can't like actually die because he is a vampire. He can't like actually die because he is a vampire. But I think he like becomes mortal in some way. Anyway, he gets put in like a coma. And so Yuki is like really sad that Kaname is sacrificed himself for her and is in a coma. And then she ends up marrying Zero and having kids with Zero. Because she's like, well, the one I actually like is dead. Functionally. So I guess I'll just get with the other guy. And she has kids with Zero. And then Kaname wakes up later after Yuki and Zero have already died. I think what ends up happening is Yuki and Zero like can go back to being mortals. But anyway, like Yuki and Zero like have died. And so Kaname like raises their kids or like their descendants. Crazy shit. Fucking I hate you, Vampire Knight. I hate you, Vampire Knight. Okay, we gotta get through this. There's a lot of ground. We have to get through this. We're gonna try and speed run a little bit. Hanani Arashi, I want to say I don't remember a similar situation. Actually, I want to put her in forgettable. I don't think Hanani Arashi was as bad. But it's got age gap stuff that I didn't like, but I remember Faster Than a Kiss. I distinctly remember not liking. Hanani Arashi is a little bit more just like forgettable. So we'll put her in forgettable. This next one, I recognize it. I don't recognize it from the Japanese cover, but once again, consulting with my best friend Google to figure out what it is. Because I recognize it, but I don't recognize it off of the Japanese cover, but I'm pretty sure I know what this is. Ah, Oiran Girl. Oiran Girl is another one that's like a classic shoujo. I have not read it, but yeah, that's kind of it. I haven't read it. That's kind of it. I have not read it. This next one, similar deal. I also just like can't read. I also just like cannot read. Inuyama-kun beside me is this next one. I don't know it. We're gonna put it. I have not read it. This next one. God. Are my eyeballs just bad? Are my eyeballs just bad? Ah! You Will Wake Up Next Spring. Okay. This one I do know. But I haven't read it. But I do want to read it. Alexandrite is another one. Urakata. I recognize it, but I haven't read it, but it's not in there. Millennium Snow, same thing. I know it, but I haven't read it. Last game! Okay. Finally, we get to put something. We get something good that is not just like consolation prize good. Okay. Last game. Last game is so dear to my heart. It's really good. It's one that no one ever cares about, but it's one that I recognize, like, that I recommend, like, without a second thought. Last game is so good. It's, you know what's crazy? It just, I think last year, started being published physically in English. When it came out, I want to say, like, 15 years ago. I only recognize, like, a fraction of these. I recognize a lot of these, but I don't know all of them. But also, like, I can't read. But Last Game, she is one of my favorite shoujos of all time. Last Game is so good. It just started getting physically released in the West literally last year, when I think it came out in like 2008. I'm gonna Last Game manga. Like, when did this come out? 2011. Man, I love you, Last Game. I love you, Last Game. And it's crazy. It just started getting a physical release in the West. Please read it. It's really cute. It's like one of... I kind of describe it as Special A, but good. Listen, I like Special A. I like Special A. Glad we can buy an official published version. Yeah, please support it if you... I want it. Like, I'm buying the physical copies. It's really good. I love Last Game. It's... enemies... Like, it's so classic Rivals to Lovers. It is my, like, Rivals to Lovers of all time. It's childhood friends to Rivals to Lovers. Like, it's so good. It's so good. And it handles a, like, kind of apathetic female lead. Because it's kind of funky. The main character is the guy. It's mostly told through his perspective. I feel like it's kind of split. It's not really split perspective. It's a little bit, but it is mostly his perspective. But I do really love her. She's very, like, kind of emotionless female lead, but she still has, like, a distinct personality. She's, like, kind of suppressed, and she's kind of, like, emotionless, but it doesn't mean she doesn't have a personality. I love her dearly. I love this couple. Please read it. After School Nightmare, no idea. Alice 19th, no idea. Aoharu Ride! Aoharu Ride! We'll put her in A tier. We'll put her in really McFreaking good. I love Aoharu Ride. Aoharu Ride was one of my first shoujos. I still remember loving it. I know Aoharu Ride has a lot of, like... I kind of want to bump her down to B tier. I actually do kind of want to bump her down to B tier a little bit. Because I'm thinking about it now, a lot of it is definitely nostalgia goggles. I have not reread Aoharu Ride, I want to say, in at least 10 years. At least, like, whenever Aoharu Ride, like, finished publishing is when I stopped. I watched the anime when it came out. I love the anime. I love Aoharu Ride. It's like the perfect blend of drama. I love... and also, that's the other thing. Aoharu Ride also has second male lead syndrome. But it was one of my first shoujos, so she has a special place in my heart. I do really love it. I do like the story. I do really love the two main leads. I love Ko. I remember loving the second male lead more. Like how I do with most shoujos. Honestly valid. That's, like, I'm right there with you. Usually, I like the second male lead way more. And an Aoharu Ride, I feel like, is one that I was a little bit more split on. Because I do actually like Ko. Like, the main guy that she does end up getting with. But, once again, like, does a terrible job. Because I remember the second male lead was introduced so late in the story. It was like, come on. Come on! You're not even giving him a chance. But I do still... love Aoharu Ride. She has a special place in my heart. Banana Fish, really McFreaking good. I love Banana Fish. No one ever believes me that Banana Fish is good, but it is. The anime is phenomenal because I feel like it gets stuffed in the shoujo / yaoi tags, so people don't recognize that it's like at its core, it's not a romance. It's not romance. A lot of people think it's just like shoujo yaoi, frivolous, but at the end of the day, like, it's a really good action, suspense, thriller, like mafia, gang, violence, plotline. Like, I love Banana Fish. It's so good. It's so compelling. I think it created How based on second male lead syndrome because they're usually the easygoing, fun-loving guy. Yeah, that's what that's what everyone says, is you don't know Banana Fish is shoujo. Banana Fish is shoujo. It was originally published in a shoujo magazine. It is shoujo, even though it is very different. It very much is not a romance. It's action. It's tragedy. It's really good. It's only got like a hint of romance, but there's some on here that are not like romances, as we'll get to them. And Banana Fish is one of them. Banana Fish is phenomenal. Because shoujo, I feel like more people need to recognize that shoujo is technically a genre, but it's also not. It's a demographic. It's merely like a demographic signifier. A lot of shoujos tend to have romance, but there's also like sci-fi, there's fantasy, there's action, there's thriller, there's tragedy, there's everything. Like, there's so much that's under the umbrella of shoujo. It's kind of reductive to just consider like romance as just shoujo, But yeah, Banana Fish was in fact originally published in a shoujo magazine. That's why Banana Fish is shoujo, because the original target demographic was shoujo, which is insane to me. But we're whatever. Basara is a classic that I really want to read. Basara. Beauty is the Beast. I don't know it. Beauty Pop, don't know it. Blackbird, PTSD tier. I don't even want to fucking talk about Blackbird. I think I've mentioned it before. Well, Blackbird, okay. I do have a love for toxic fictional men. Okay, but my line for toxic fictional men is he has to be like unrealistically toxic. He's got to be like a serial killer or something. He can't just be like a regular guy that sucks. And Blackbird falls into just like he sucked, but he really sucked. I don't remember a lot about it. I remember heavily disliking it, but I remember enough about it that I like want to put it in the trash tier. Blank Slate, I don't know. Body, I don't know. I think this one is this one Boys Over Flowers, or is this one Boys Over Flowers? Because I also recognize this one. And I'm like, is that one Boys Over Flowers? We're gonna consult Google. We're going to consult Google because I feel like I might be confused. Yeah. This one. I don't think this one is Boys Over Flowers because the art style doesn't look quite right. Google said it was Boys Over Flowers. I trusted my friend Google, but Google has led me wrong. Hana Saked. Yeah. Oh, Blooming Youth. Yeah, this is entirely different. I do not know her. We're putting her in haven't read. Boys Over Flowers will take its rightful place in the B tier. Will take its rightful place in the B tier. Cardcaptor Sakura. God tier, obvious. I am definitely on a lot of cope right now. Anything of Cardcaptor Sakura that was published after 2009, I simply have the horse blinders on. Anything of Cardcaptor Sakura that was published past 2009, horse blinders. I do not know her. She does not exist. Clear Card, I don't know who that is. Actually, that's kind of unfair. Clear Card is not entirely bad. But Cardcaptor Sakura also holds a dear place in my heart. It's one of my favorite she's one of my favorite magical girls of all time. She's one of the first shoujos I've ever read. I love you, Cardcaptor Sakura. She deserves God tier because it's Cardcaptor Sakura. Anyway, Ceres is another one that I don't know. Oh, Namaiki Zakara. I have beef with you. I have beef with you, Namaiki Zakara. Okay? My beef with Namaiki Zakara is that it falls into the category that I also put Blackbird into, in the sense that the male lead just sucks. Also suffers from second male lead disease, except it's unforgivable. How to Ride, I could kind of forget what happened 2009 onwards. It's not actually that bad. The manga just started making a lot less sense. It just got kind of messy. I don't think later Cardcaptor Sakura is like particularly bad. It's just kind of messy and doesn't make a lot of sense. The writing quality was definitely much better in the earlier part of Cardcaptor, which is why pre-2009 I do not see her. But it's kind of unfair to say it's like particularly bad. But I will say after 2009, a lot of the newer Cardcaptor stuff is just kind of messy and I don't like it as much. So I don't want to sully my memory of it. So I can keep qualifying her in God tier. Because if we do take 2009 onwards into account, she's gonna have to be knocked down from God tier. But I want to keep her up there for the sake of my precious memories. Namaiki Zakara though, beef, on site, garbage, trash. Yeah, classic. He sucks. He just sucks. There's nothing special about him. He just plays basketball. And he sucks. He's possessive for no reason. He's mean to her, also for no reason. And there's another guy who's way nicer, who she's actually friends with. But she doesn't get with him because she'd rather be with the mean guy because he plays basketball. Fuck that guy. Children of Whales, my beloved. Really McFreaking good. I love you, Children of Whales. The publishing still isn't finished, so I don't know how it ends. But I really love Children of Whales. I love the anime. The anime is really, really good. And to this day, I really wish it could get a second season. But it unfortunately got struck by the Netflix curse, where it got picked up by Netflix when the anime came out, and thus no one saw it when it was cut. Thus no one saw it. Even though it's really, really good. The manga is really, really good. I love Children of Whales. Kujira Nakora. Please read it. I love it. Cinderella. I think this one's Cinderella Closet. It's one that I've been meaning to read. We're gonna say Cinderella Closet. I've been meaning to read because I read chapter 1. I have not read past chapter 1. So I don't feel like I didn't dislike it, but I don't know. Sometimes I'm just bad at reading things. Sometimes I drop things not because I think they're bad. Sometimes I stop reading things not because I think they're bad, but because I don't know, man. My brain bad. Okay? I read like chapter 1. I didn't dislike it, but I feel like it deserves like a real chance before I like rank it or say anything about it. So it's going to live there. Cypher, I don't know. I know this one. I know this one. I know this next one. I know this next one. It's a Japanese cover. I can't read. I am illiterate. So I will need to Google it. But I do know it. It's by a mangaka I really like too, but I don't recall the title. I've read it. Oh, In the Clear Moonlit Dusk. I had to zoom in on it. It's In the Clear Moonlit Dusk. I love In the Clear Moonlit Dusk. I need to catch up on it. Okay, I'm a little bit debating because I want to put her in B tier because she is good. But I am not really caught up on it, and so I feel like it'd be kind of unfair for me to put it up there. I am biased because... Is that Yoita? Yeah, it is. I am biased because it's written by Mika Yamamori, who is one of my favorite mangaka of all time. Yamamori Mika. No, you're right. That is In the Clear Moonlit Dusk, which is kind of funky because I'm like, wait, is this? Wait, give me a second. We'll get there. I feel like In the Clear Moonlit. Yeah, it's here twice. I was like, this is the same manga. In the Clear Moonlit Dusk, but this is also In the Clear Moonlit Dusk. I'm gonna put her. I want to put her in B tier. I really love In the Clear Moonlit Dusk. I feel like I want to add an A tier. I feel like I want to add another tier. I feel like I want to add another. No, it's kind of messed up. I feel like I can't be that granular about it because I do love In the Clear Moonlit Dusk, but I am not caught up. My GF, you're real. You're real for that. In the Clear Moonlit Dusk. My beloved. Crimson here, I don't know. This one I recognize. I just cannot fucking read the cover because it's little and I can't see anything. So we are going to Google it. Oh! Oh, it's the villainous is Dark Materials. I know the cover now. Now that I've like opened the image in another tab, I know that it's the See, this is why I want to make another tier. You know what? Fuck it. We're making another tier. We're making another tier. Okay. We're making another tier. How much you like them even inside the tiers? No, I don't like doing that because now it gets too granular. I feel like that's too granular. This is the B tier. B tier for real. B tier for real. And then this is the This is the I like it tier. Okay? This is the I like it tier. I might also need a separate nostalgia tier. No, we'll keep it this way. We'll keep it this way. We'll keep it this way. Because it's not forgettable. I do like the Villainess's Dark Materials, or Dark Materials of the Villainess. I don't entirely remember what the title was, but it's like something the Villainess's Dark Materials. It's kind of like one of those. I want to say it's one of the first like villainous reincarnation manga. Not one of the first, but it's like one of the first parody ones. The premise is really funny because it's very like Chunibyo. It's about what if you get reincarnated into the like shitty shitty self-insert fanfiction you wrote when you were 13. Like, that's the plot. Main character wrote shitty self-insert fiction when she was 13, and then 10 years later she gets hit by a car and dies and gets reincarnated, except she gets reincarnated as the villainess in the story and has to watch like her self-insert character's plot, and also to try not to die because obviously she wrote the villainess to die. And she's like, oh man. But I will say the story kind of overstays its welcome a little bit. Like, it gets a little boring, which is kind of sad. Because I do really like the premise, and it's like a fun little parody of the whole concept of like the villainous reincarnation of like, haha, it pokes fun at it. Like, it's very self-aware. It pokes fun at itself a lot. Where it's like, oh haha, she gets reincarnated as like her shitty like 13-year-old fanfiction. But I do say it gets a little boring, so I don't want to put it in the same tier as in the Clear Moonlit Dusk, because I do really like it. I don't want to put it in the same tier up here, but I she lives there. That's my solution. Dawn of the Arcana, I don't know. Daytime Shooting Star, really been freaking good. I love you, Daytime Shooting Star, A tier. Daytime Shooting Star, I love you. I love Mika Yamamori. Mika Yamamori is one of my favorite mangakas. This is one where it suffers from second male lead, but the one I want, like, but he wins this time. But he wins this time. It's classic, like, second male lead, you know, except the second male lead, like, actually wins this time. I love you, Daytime Shooting Star. It sets up, like, the teacher-student romance that I'm not the biggest fan of, but then introduces the other guy that's like her friend, and I feel like they're a lot cuter, and I'm like setting myself up to be disappointed because I know these stories always go like, oh, and she's gonna get with the teacher romance. That's not good. But Daytime Shooting Star did the right, like, was really good, and the second guy like actually won, and I was very happy, and they're so cute. Reime no Arcana has second male lead syndrome. I hate it here. I haven't read Reime no Arcana, but rest in peace. Demon Love Spell, I have no idea. Demon Prince of Momochi House, I genuinely, for a second, thought this was Kami-sama Kiss. Because it's like white-haired wolf guy. I don't know it. Dengeki Daisy. Beef. Because I remember I read it many years ago, and I don't remember a lot about it, but I remember not liking it. Because I remember this guy kind of just sucked. I remember this, it kind of had a, like, I love useless drama, but Dengeki Daisy had a lot of useless drama, and I remember this guy kind of just sucked. I do like Kami-sama Kiss. I confuse this one for Kami-sama Kiss. Okay. We're losing sight. We gotta keep going. There's a lot of ground to cover. We're losing sight. Okay. A Devil and Her Love Song is one that I know I want to read, but I haven't read it. Dan Angel, I don't know it. Oh, this one. Oh, I forgot the title. We're gonna Google it, but I know it. It's like it's a reincarnation one. She's like I want to say she's like a doctor. I want to say she like gets reincarnated as like a doctor or something. But we're going to need the help of my friend Google to recall the title, because it's the Japanese cover and I don't remember it enough to know the Japanese to remember it enough. Yeah, Moon. Who is she? What is eccentric doctor of the Moonflower Kingdom? Yeah, I remember she was a doctor. She was a doctor. There's so many. I know. We're gonna put her in forgettable. I know I read it. I don't remember a single goddamn thing about it. From far away, don't know her. Dan Angel finally got out of highest jail. Ended, and my beloved. If you're recommending me Dan Angel, I'll put her in Plan to Read. Nagi, for you, I will put Dan Angel in Plan to Read. If you like it, and if it's ended, I'll read it. I'll read it. Fruits Basket! Fruits Basket! Fruits Basket! Fruits Basket! I love you, Fruits Basket. Fruits Basket. No, that's messed up. I said I wasn't gonna rank within tiers. But Fruits Basket is so dear to my heart. I love you, Fruits Basket. Like, come on. It's Fruits Basket. It is... Usually, I don't like collecting... I like collecting physical manga. But I don't like collecting super long series. Just because it's expensive and it takes a while. There's a handful, but mostly, like, there's manga that I started collecting, like, from volume 1, like, when it started coming out. But Fruits Basket is one that I own all of it physically because I need to. Like, in my soul, I need to. I love you, Fruits Basket. Everyone fucking knows Fruits Basket. It's Fruits Basket! It's good. I love you, Fruits Basket. Shoujo of all time. But I know the author wants to be a couple more than the straight romance. So give it a bit the first volume and say, okay. It's kind of funny though. Is this Full Moon o Sagashite? I want to read her. I know she's a classic. I have not read her. Same with Fushigi Yugi. Gakko and Alice. I don't want to put her in forgettable tier. I did read it. I don't want to put her in forgettable tier, but I will be real with you. I don't remember a lot about it, but I do recall it fondly. So the nostalgia goggles will put her in B tier. Gentleman's Alliance is another classic that I want to read. Ghost Hunt, I don't know her. Girl Got Game, I don't know her. Authors and K rights for real. Godchild looks cool. Kaori Yuki, Godchild looks cool. I kind of want to read it just off of the cover alone. I don't even know it. A Condition Called Love. I love you, Condition Called Love. I love you. The anime's coming out now. You should watch it. It's really cute. Listen, I might get beef for not putting her in Really McFreaking Good, but I don't know. I like Condition Called Love. I really like it, but it just doesn't have that edge for me. It doesn't have that edge for me. Happy Cafe. Okay, Hatsuharu. I read her. I don't remember her. I did read her. I don't remember her. I do like Hatsuharu. I vaguely remember it, but she'll live there. Here's Greenwood. No idea. High School Debut. No idea. Honey Lemon Soda. I like you, Honey Lemon Soda. Honey Lemon Soda, another one that got announced to have an anime. Honestly, shoujo fans being fed for real this year. I'm so happy. Like, the past year and this year have really been fantastic for romance fans. Last Game getting physical release. There's a bunch of romance and shoujo that are announced to get English releases, and a lot of them getting anime. Condition Called Love is airing right now. Honey Lemon Soda got announced. Akira honestly, Nagi, you're so real. Nagi, I am right there with you. I never wanted to admit it, but Akito and Shigure's like something about they had the divorced vibe. They're not divorced, they're exes, but they're like forbidden love, but also they're kind of cousins, but also they're not, but also don't think about it too hard, but also they're so bad for each other, but also like Shigure is the only one that like recognized Akito for who she is. The obsession with each other. Yeah, real. Yeah. Honey So Sweet. I read it. Don't remember a single goddamn thing about it. Divorce but also not the vibe. Yeah. This one is, I want to say, okay. I recognize the art style. I think I want to say it's like, it's one that's coming out now. I know I'm going to put her in Plan to Read because I know it. I recognize it. I just don't remember the title. So it's time for Google. Yeah, how you're the one. Yeah, you're the one I'm destined to fall in love with. How I Met My Soulmate. Yeah. I want to read it. I don't know. She's in the Plan to Read. She's in the Plan to Read. I want to read her. I know she's good. I know a lot of people like her. It looks really good. The art style looks good. I just haven't gotten around to reading it. Dream Idol. I did K her. Imakoi. I read her. I don't remember her. Into the Clear Moonlit Dusk is here again, I guess. Juju, I don't know it. Kakegi Shoujo! I love you, Kakegi Shoujo. It's cute, it's fun, they're fighting, there's dancing. I love you, Kakegi Shoujo. Easy. Kakuria is one that I remember her fondly. I read her, I also watched the anime, it's cute. It's a little bit, it's isekai, but it's not isekai. She gets like banished, she like gets banished to the spirit realm or something, and is like, you know what? Enough with this cursed shit. I'm just gonna be an innkeeper. And also she falls in love with the hot demon king. Like, come on. It's good. I don't remember that much. It's not like particularly memorable, which is why I don't want to like bump it up, but trust me. She belongs in B tier. I do like her. I don't think she's that. Kami-sama Kiss! This is going in a much higher tier than I feel like it deserves to be in, but nostalgia is one hell of a drug. I love you, Kami-sama Kiss. One of my first manga. I love you, Kami-sama Kiss. Karekano! Karekano's another one that like... I love you, Karekano. It's like a classic school romance. Karekano is a classic for a reason. She belongs up here. Kazehikaru is another one that I've heard of that I haven't read it though. Kimi ni Todoke. Now, I don't want to put her in B tier. We'll put her up here because Kimi ni Todoke, no. Kimi ni Todoke deserves it. I love you, Kimi ni Todoke. Okay, Kimi ni Todoke. I think my one gripe with Kimi ni Todoke is that it was just extremely slow. I'm all for slow burn. I think Kimi ni Todoke does the slow burn really good. Kimi ni Todoke based, yeah. I love the characters. I love Sawako. I related to her way too much when I read Kimi ni Todoke when I was like... What year did it come out? What year did the manga come out? In... 2000... Oh my god, it came out in 2005? That's kind of crazy. I did not know it came out in 2005. Yeah, I did not know it came out that early. But yeah, Kimi ni Todoke just took forever. I read it when I was in like, I want to say early high school. I related to Sawako so much. Sawako is still one of my favorite heroines. But I just feel like it dragged out the story a little too hard. Like, I think her and Kazehaya, I think these bitches don't even kiss until like chapter 214. Okay? Like, I like slow burn, but I am also impatient. The King's Beast, I DK her. Kitchen Princess! Okay, Kitchen Princess, I mentioned it before. It was one of my very first manga. No, I want to put her in, but she doesn't deserve it. But I kind of want to put her. Nostalgia is a lot. Kimi ni Todoke is probably one of my favorite shoujos. Yeah, the characters and all the development is so good. The anime. I'm sorry, honestly, yeah, I will be tuned into season 3. The anime is one of my favorite shoujo anime of all time. Right now, I'm only looking at it from the manga's perspective, because the manga does drag, but the anime itself is one of my favorites of all time. Anime, phenomenal. Anime means it deserves here. Anime means it deserves to be here. And I'm so excited for season 3! It's so crazy that it's getting a season 3 after so long. But I'm not mad. Again, I cannot believe you did the whole no, this guy's too good for you. Yeah, you did the whole no, this guy's too, like, they killed him. They straight up, I like could not believe it. I distinctly remember sitting in my school library, like sat next to the shelf reading this. I saw that man get into a car. He got hit by a car. They hit the love interest with a car. And he dies. And then he dies. And it's like, what? Because Kitchen Princess, it was really cute. And they set up the whole thing. And I was like, oh, nice. They got together. And then he fucking dies. Yeah, he's too good for you. Time to die. Yeah, he probably got isekai. Good job. No. Okay, Kitchen Princess. Yeah, nostalgia is one hell of a drug. Kitchen Princess, I do love you though. Even though I'm putting you in B tier, I love you. Kodocha, similar. She's one of my first manga. Classic romance. I love you, Kodocha. Land of the Blindfolded, no idea. Laughing Under the Clouds, no idea. Library Wars! Okay, Library Wars, God tier. Easy. Like, Library Wars, also one of my favorite shoujos of all time. Like, I genuinely am still mad that it never got an anime. Like, Library Wars invented the Short King. Like, I'm kidding, but also I'm not. I love you, Library Wars. I will choose to forget when he was kind of a bitch at the beginning. He can be forgiven. I love Library Wars. It's very well written. The, like, political plotline is actually insanely good. Because it's, like, it's not, like, particular, it's not, like, the romance is not the main feature. It does have a romance, but that's definitely not the, like, core of the story. The center of the story is absolutely, like, the action and the politics, and it does it really well, and then it's also got a good romance. They're also really cute. I do love them. I love you, Library Wars. I wish more people read Library Wars, because it's really good. Limit, I have no idea. Lovely Complex! Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lovely Complex fans. I remember liking it, kind of. I remember not a lot about it. I remember that this one also invented Short Kings. Okay, I'll give her her dues. She did invent Short Kings. I don't remember anything else about it, though. Don't know what this one is. My Love Mix-Up! I need to read My Love Mix-Up. I heard it's really good. It's been on my reading list forever. Love of Kill is another one that I know that I kind of want to read because it's got a guy who kills people, but also Lovesick Ellie. I'm sorry, I read her. Do I remember anything about her? No. Is this Pokemon? It's Pokemon? Oh! Magic Knight Ray Earth is another classic I've been meaning to read. Marmalade Boy. I'm sorry, Marmalade Boy. I'm sorry to do this to you, Marmalade Boy. But all the characters kind of just suck. like no one's a good person in this equation. Like, there's so much. I love useless drama. That's why I'm not putting her in trash tier. Because I do love useless drama. But all the characters suck. Like, not a single one of these bitches is good. Mixed Vegetables, I don't know her. I don't know what this one is. I want to look it up though, because I am curious. I want to look it up though because I'm curious. Something about Monster Girls. Google. Oh, Illustrated Guide to Monster Girls. That's kind of cute. I feel like I've heard of it. It seems interesting, and so I will put her in the plan to read. Musashi 9, I don't know her. My Girlfriend's Child! Ugh. I love you, My Girlfriend's Child. My Girlfriend's Child is really good. It's very earnest, it's very heartfelt. It got an official English release recently. Please support it, it's very good. Yeah. My Happy Marriage! I love you, My Happy Marriage. I've been watching the anime. I only read a little bit of the manga, but I know this is technically a manga tier list, and there are other things that I've ranked because, you know what? If I'm putting Kimi ni Todoroki in A tier, she gets to be in A tier too. She gets to be up here too. If we're counting the anime, Kimi ni Todoroki belongs up here, actually. You know what? She'll live up here. But My Happy Marriage, I do also really like My Happy Marriage. But I haven't read enough of it to really, like, be in there. Nana! 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 I love you, Nana. It's a classic. Self-explanatory. We're trying to get through this, okay? Natsume Yujincho! I also love you, Natsume Yujincho. Natsume Yujincho, even though it's really long, I'll be real with you, I kind of just, like, watch random episodes of the anime for fun. Like, I don't watch it in order. I do not watch Natsume Yujincho in order, nor I have tried to read it in order, but I don't know, man. It's good. I love you, Natsume Yujincho. It's really good. Number 6 is one that I've been wanting to read. I don't recognize this one. We're gonna put her, I don't know her. Not Your Idol, I don't know her. Oku! Oku! Oku is really good. Oku is good. I love you, Oku. I need to finish the manga. I've finished the anime, and I started reading the manga, but I never finished. What? Natsume Beloved? I love you, Natsume Yujincho. Yeah, Oku, I still need to finish the manga, though. But I still really like it, okay? Which is why it lives up here. Orange! Orange! Orange. Orange made me cry. Listen, the plot is not... Actually, the plot is kind of crazy. But Orange made me cry so much. It was one of the first shoujo manga that I got exposed to that dealt with stuff like suicide. Which is kind of crazy. And like, I love you, Orange. Orasama Teacher. Orasama Teacher. I'm gonna put her in Forgettable. I'm like 99% sure I've read it. Do I remember a single goddamn thing about it? No. Ottoman is another classic that I have not read. Oran! Oran! I love you, Oran. I love Oran a lot. I kind of want to put it in God tier because it's Oran. But nah. Oran manga didn't really like Oran. I love Oran because it's one that I revisit. I think that's why part of it is I revisit Oran quite often. It's one of my comfort animes. Like, I will rewatch episodes like a lot. I've rewatched Oran many times. And I love the manga. The manga is really good. I love Haruhi, like, truly protagonist of all time. Oh, Orasama Teachers by the same mangaka as Gekkan Shoujo? That's kind of cool. I feel bad that I don't remember anything about it because I read it a long time ago. I might give her another shot. You know what? You know what? We'll give her another chance. If it's by the same mangaka as, because I know I read it. I'm pretty darn sure I read it. I just don't remember anything about it, but it was also like a long time ago, like when it came out. I love Gekkan Shoujo though, so I'm willing to give her another chance. Oran, I kinda, no, I'll keep her in Really McFreaking Good, because she is really McFreaking Good, but she kinda doesn't, I'm sorry, I know it might be controversial, she doesn't have that it. that like pushes it into the god tier. Oh, the Phantom Tales, something Phantom Tales. I've been reading it. I started reading it. I think it's okay. But it's stiff teacher-student setup at first, but then it gets a lot better later on with the story versus the romance. Okay. That's good. Yeah, Phantom, the art's really good in like it's like Phantom Tales of the Night, I think is what this is called, the English title. I started reading it. It's good. It's like nothing particularly special though, but it's good. Phantom Thief Jean, I don't know her. Poclan. Poclan's a classic. Poclan is a classic. But there are def things of that's kind of the thing with me and Oran. My relationship with Oran High School Host Club. There's some things about it that I'm still kind of like, you know. I think you could also say that about Fruits Basket and also Library Wars and also honestly all of these, except for honestly all of these, because I swear we'll eventually put something up here that was like right. I feel like right now everything in God tier is all like older classic shoujo because not a single one of these were published past like 2010. Not a single one of these. But I don't want it to make it seem like I only like old shoujo. Because clearly I do like a lot of new shoujo, but I know there's going to be stuff up here in God tier that like is newer. Art is really the art is really pretty. The story is it's because it's very episodic. It's like going through different tales of like folklore and how people interact. It's like folklore with a modern twist. It's kind of funky. It reminds me a little bit of this anime I watched that's like something Spirit Closet. I don't entirely remember. But it's like it reminds me a little bit of Holic actually. It reminds me a little bit of Holic. Which I hope Holic is on here. I'm pretty sure Holic is a shoujo. It doesn't hit you enough to make you insanely obsessed. Yeah. Though I am obsessed with Oran, but not in the same way I am with some of these up here. But I do love Oran. Don't get me wrong. Oran, I love you. Okay, speaking of modern shoujo that belongs in God tier, Nagi, this one's for you. Itsuari no Freya. She deserves God tier. She belongs up here. See, I am successfully beating the I only like old shoujo allegations. Itsuari no Freya is probably one of my, if not my favorite, like currently ongoing manga. It's so good. It is so insanely good. I literally can't talk about it enough. I needed Nagi here because yeah. This is I decided this whole stream was actually an elaborate setup so that I can proselytize. I'm still thinking about the effort. I need to proselytize more people in the name of Itsuari no Freya because no one fucking reads this. But it's so good. It's so good. I love you, Itsuari no Freya. Yeah, but also the night. Okay. Usually I hate love triangles, but Itsuari no Freya, I can forgive her. The love triangle in it's not even a love triangle. It's a love like quadrangle. Okay, there's like there's 3 love interests, but I can technically 4. There's technically 4 love interests, but one of them is incapacitated. So I guess it's 3, but it's technically 4. This is actually so I can proselytize people into the good word of Itsuari no Freya. It's ongoing. I need people to suffer with me while it's ongoing because it's so good. This is like exactly what I mean when I'm like shoujo is so much more than just romance. Because even though I just talked about it having like 4 different love interests, that is not the point. That is absolutely not the point of Itsuari no Freya. It actually is like really not a romance. I love how everyone gets their turn and is moving along the plot. Yeah, the plot is so good. Like, because that is what's important. It's like the politics and the character writing. The character writing is like beyond good. It's beyond phenomenal. I love you, Itsuari no Freya. Freya is such a good protagonist. She is the perfect blend. It's so fast paced, and you still have so much content. Yeah, it's so fast paced, but you still want so much from it because there's so much happening. Like, it's insane. It's extremely it's like not extremely, but it's like fast paced. There's always stuff happening. Like, the story moves very fast, but not in a bad way. No. Yeah. I'm so excited for Itsuari updates because I've been suffering in hell waiting for this manga to update. I've been waiting in hell waiting for this manga to update, but it's really good. I love you, Itsuari no Freya. Please read it. If I can get at least one other person to read Itsuari no Freya with me, this is how it happens. Is I just infect other people with Itsuari no Freya so you can suffer with me, which makes it sound bad, but it's a good thing because you just want it to continue. Like, it's so fast paced, but you just always want more. You just keep wanting more because the story is so good, and the characters are so good. Yeah, I wanted you here, Nagi, to scream with me about Itsuari no Freya, and I need more people to scream with about Itsuari no Freya. It's so good. I know sometimes when I'm doing the Emperor's face just appears in my brain and I go, damn Emperor's. No, you're real. No, you're real for that. Okay? Because man, I love the Emperor. Like, that's what I like, the romance in Itsuari no Freya. It's really understated. It's like not really a romance, like, at all. Because Freya herself she is not in this for the romance. But she's got options though. And Mr. Emperor, I know you're evil. I know you've committed war crimes, but are you single? What have you done to me? Listen, I didn't want to suffer alone. I couldn't suffer alone. I need someone to, like, I knew you would be on this wavelength with me. And so I needed to indoctrinate you. And I need to continue. I need to continue the indoctrination. No idea. She's Queen's Quality. I really want to read her. I really want to read Queen's Quality. Same with QQ Sweeper. I also really want to read QQ Sweeper. What have you done to me? My brain hasn't changed. It can never go back anymore. How do you think I feel? How do you think I feel? I started reading Itsuari no Freya, like, I think before, like, the most recent 2 volumes have been published. So whatever happened in the last 2 volumes, I had to wait for. Okay? That whole encounter with the Emperor underground, I had to wait. I had to wait for it. Okay? I suffered. I've been suffering. I've been suffering for over a year now. Getting through Itsuari no Freya. I love you, Itsuari no Freya. Yeah, like, truly it changes your brain chemistry. Itsuari no Freya, like, changes your brain chemistry. It really does. This is a good thing. I regret nothing, but at the same time my brain was so much more peaceful. Okay, but now you can think about the Emperor, but also Julian the Knight, but also the other knight too. But also Freya and everything she's been through and how she's grown, and also the Emperor. I think this one is Nijiro Days, which I want to read because I know it's good. Same with Red River. Red River's a classic that I want to read. Now I get so scared. See, I just didn't want to be alone. Julian! Julian the Knight. Listen, I didn't like him at first, but Okay. Now I'm like, okay. Okay, Julian. He's so good. I love you, Itsuari no Freya. Okay, speaking of stories that rewrite your brain chemistry, Baro no Soretsu, Requiem of the Rose King. Okay. Okay. Speaking of manga that rewrites your fucking brain chemistry, Nagi, this one's next. You know what, Nagi? This one's next. And luckily for you, it's completed. Okay, you won't have to suffer like you do with Itsuari no Freya and having to wait for it to update. But the next one I'm indoctrinating you on is Requiem of the Rose King. The way I need a copy of this tier later. Don't worry, I'll save it. I'll send it to you. I'll post it. Yeah, I'll post it. Requiem of the Rose King. The way Requiem of the Rose King changes my brain, it made me go insane. I lost brain cells. I have lost so many brain cells over Requiem of the Rose King. It's a manga Shakespeare adaptation of Richard III and Henry VI, two of Shakespeare's plays, which are part of the same continuum, which are adapting history. Like the actual, which are I say same continuum as if they're both not adapting like actual historical events. But Requiem of the Rose King is a retelling of these two plays, but crank that shit up to an 11. Like I actually like Shakespeare is good. I like Shakespeare. He's a classic for a reason. I know it's like nothing special that wow, I like Shakespeare. But Requiem, Baro no Soretsu, Requiem of the Rose King. What if like Richard III, okay? Richard III, I almost don't even want to talk about it because I feel like you just need to experience it. I don't want to talk about it because you just have to get in there. You just have to get in there. I put just a warning, every trigger warning in the book is there for Requiem of the Rose King. There's a lot happening. Every trigger warning you can think of, it's in there. You sound like you're having an Akira flashback, because I am. Because I am having an Akira flashback. That's me. Please trust me. I go insane. I went insane for Requiem of the Rose King. I still go insane for Requiem of the Rose King. I've reread it. I've read it twice. I'm collecting it physically, and so I'm rereading it again. Like, and it still makes me go just as insane. The writing is so good. It's what if Richard III, like, it's retelling the war. So basically the story is of the War of the Roses in England, which takes place in, like, I want to say I have to Google this so I don't get this wrong. 1400s. So this is a retelling of the War of the Roses. But what if Richard III and Henry VI were gay for each other? It's like, that's so simplifying it. Like, it's so much more complicated than this. But I don't want to talk about it more because you just have to get in there. You just have to get in there. Please. Please. Like, it baffles. Like, I kind of know why it's not as popular because it is really messed up. It's really messed up. But you just have to trust me. You just have to believe in me and read it because it's so good. Rose and Blood, alas, don't know her. I do know her, but I haven't read her. Rose of Versailles, obviously I've read it. It's a classic. I mean, we'll put her, like, these are the nostalgia goggles. I read these years and years and years ago. Yeah, please. Believe me. Special A. I want to put her up here, but I know it doesn't deserve it. you know what? We'll put Special Ed here. I will put Special Ed here, even though I know she doesn't deserve it. But nostalgia is nostalgia, and nostalgia is nostalgia. Thank you for trusting me, and please let me know when you read it, because I know you'll be going crazy insane, which is what happened to me. I lost brain cells. I still lose brain cells about it. Please, I need this to happen. Anyway, A for special A. I do like Special A. Okay, I do like Special A. She holds a special place in my heart. One of my first shoujos. I will not lie to you. Last game is just Special A but better, which is why that's in God tier. But I do still like Special A. Sacrificial Princess. I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I really want to read it. Sailor Moon. Truly the first shoujo. Truly my first shoujo of all time. I will suffer with Conrad. Thank you, Nagi, for suffering with me. No idea what this is. Sakura Hime, no idea. Sand Chronicles, no idea. Say I Love You. Oh, I'm so debating. I kind of want to put her in trash tier. She kind of deserves PTSD tier a little bit. Say I Love You kind of deserves PTSD tier just a little bit. Nagi is suffering with me. That's what comrades are for. Say I Love You kind of deserves PTSD tier just a little bit, because I do have PTSD from Say I Love You and how toxic and messy these bitches are. Like, I do kind of like reading about toxic, messy bitches, but these people took it to like an insane level. Okay, I'm being a little mean. It's not as bad. It's kind of unfair to put it in the same tier as like Kaicho and Vampire Knight. But trust, Say I Love You, mess, but derogatory. It's mess derogatory. I recognize this. I don't entirely recognize it off the jump. Okay, we're gonna Google it. Last time I read It's Waiting to Fret, I couldn't finish it one night, so I woke up first thing to finish it. I'm sorry. Requiem of the Rose King is 17. It's completed, okay? At least in Requiem of the Rose King, I'm not torturing you as much, because it is completed. But it is like 17 volumes. I recognize this next one. I don't know the title though. Who is she? Secret Notes of Lady Kanako. Once again, I feel I want to put her in Forgettable. I can do this. I believe in you. I want to put her in Forgettable because I do not remember her, but I feel like it's kind of unfair. I kind of want to reread it, but I did read it and I don't remember, so Forgettable. Unforge. Seiho Boys High School. I want to read this. I heard it's very good and I want to read it. No idea what this is. I do recognize it though. It does look familiar, but I will have to Google it because I don't want to like just put her. I don't want to like dump her in Shinobi Life. It's Shinobi Life. I don't know her though. I'm sorry. Shortcake Cake. I'm sorry. Shortcake Cake. I wanted to like actually I'm sorry, Shortcake Cake. I was thinking about it more. I don't remember enough about you. But Shortcake Cake, because it's by a mangaka I like. It's by, I know Hibi Chocho is gonna come up later in this list too. It's by the same author as Hibi Chocho, which is another one that I hate to say it. I really liked at the beginning, but then it dragged on for way too long. And Shortcake Cake kind of annoyed me because it suffered. You know what? I am remembering Shortcake Cake. She's gonna be up here because I wanted to like Shortcake Cake, but it definitely suffered from like second male lead and just like mixing up the love interests, and I just couldn't get into it. I'm sorry. Shugo Chara! Shuko Chara. Classic. I love you. This is the classics tier, I guess, now. Shortcake Cake. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I didn't like Shortcake Cake that much. Because I know, but like from the jump, all the love interests just got kind of jumbled together, and I didn't really get attached to like any of them. And I just couldn't get into it. But I do love this mangaka. They did also write Hibi Chocho, which is really good until it starts dragging. But I do really like Hibi Chocho, and I'm like, ooh. Sign of affection! Sign of affection! I love you, Sign of affection. I love you so much, Sign of affection. The anime is really good. The anime was really good. I love you, Sign of affection. I'm still reading it. I'm still caught up. It's really cute. Itsuomi and Yuki have moved in together. Sorry if I'm spoiling it. I mean, it's a romance manga. What is it to spoil? But they're really cute. I love you, Sign of affection. Skip Beat. Oh, Skip Beat. Oh, Skip Beat. Oh, Skip Beat. I almost want to put her in Forgettable, but I would feel bad, because it is kind of true. It's like, it's one of the ones where I actually like the male lead, but I know the second male lead was super popular. That's kind of the thing, right, with Shortcake Cake? Because that was kind of the problem, I feel like, is I liked both of them. was that I liked both of them. And when it's too unclear like that, which is so ironic, because I love Itsuari no Freya. I don't know, man. None of them really, like, made a huge impression on me, because I did like both of them. But it just wasn't super clear, and it was just, I don't know, man. I just couldn't really get into it. Skippy, I know I should be putting her in Forgettable, because I don't remember a goddamn thing that happens in Skip Beat. I remember the mess, though, and I did read it. And Nostalgia, as I've mentioned, will bump things up a tier higher than it deserves to be. Snow White and the Red Hair. Oh, I need to catch up on Snow White and the Red Hair. I think that's what I have to do. I read Snow White and the Red Hair years and years and years ago. I gotta look up when it came out. Because I read Snow White and the Red Hair like years and years and years ago. And I remember really liking it. And I feel like the only reason why I'm not putting her in God tier is that I haven't like read it in a long time and I'm not caught up at all. And even though it's ongoing. But I did really love it, and I really gotta get back into it. I forgot. I think she's with the second male lead right now, but I have a feeling somehow something will be ruined and she'll end up with the male lead. Snow White is so good. Yeah, I know it's really good. I know everyone loves it. I know it's a classic. I did really love it when I read it. It's been many years, and I think I don't want to put it in God tier when I am not caught up even a little bit. Stella next to me, don't know her. Strobe Edge. I'm sorry, I read you, don't remember. Stupid love comedy. I read you, don't remember. Goddamn thing. Tail Moon, no idea. Tamon, okay, Tamon-kun's B-side. Okay. I kind of want to. No. She doesn't. Tamon-kun. I think it's Tamon. What's? I forgot the Japanese title, but the English title is Tamon-kun's B-sides. I think it's Tamon Ima Dochi? No, that's messed up. That's not good grammar. That's not the title. But it is... Okay. This one I'm surprised is on here, because it's very recent. It is, like, very recent. It's only got, like, a couple volumes out, even in Japanese. Though I think it did get announced to get an official English release, which is pretty sick. Good for Tamon's B-side. I love you, Tamon's B-side. I will say there's not really anything too special about it. It's very, like, wish fulfillment Delulu shit. But, listen, it's really cute. It's 100%, like, pure Delulu shit. Okay? And I feel very seen by it. It's very self-aware, like it knows exactly what it is, which is why I love it. Even though it's so blatant about it, it's very self-aware. I love you, Tamon-kun's B-side. It's so, like, I feel seen. As someone who's delusional, as someone who's delusional, as someone who's delusional, I feel so seen by it, and so it's fun, and thus I love it. It is pure wish fulfillment, the Lulu shit, and I eat it. I eat it up. Okay, I am but a man. I am no better than anyone else. I too eat up my Delulu fantasies. I too have my delusional fantasies about my idols, about my fictional husbands and my VTubers and my idols. Okay, I am no better than anyone else, and thus I feel seen by Tamon's B-side. Sometimes, what if mangas like that are just fun? Because imagining things are fun. Yeah, that's really it. It's pure Delulu fuel, and I love that for it. And it knows what it is, and it plays into it, and it almost like makes fun of it a little bit, but it's in a fun way. Sometimes, yeah, it's just fun. It's just cute. It's fun. I love you, Tamon's B-side. Oh my god, I keep looking at this list. We're getting there. We're getting through it. Okay, we are getting through it. Don't know her. Tokyo Mew Mew. Okay. I love you, Tokyo Mew Mew. Okay. Trinity Blood. I don't know her. Subakicha Lonely Planet. Yamamori Mika. Yamamori Mika can do no wrong in my eyes. Even though Subakicho, Subakicho Lonely Planet does deserve to be knocked down a tier. I feel like, okay, yeah. It deserves to be knocked down a tier. Because it very much is what I was talking about earlier, where it has a trope that I don't like, in that it's like power imbalance, age gap, but it's so well written, and I love you, Mika Yamamori. I can forgive a lot. Subakicho, I love you, Subakicho. Sometimes I just put on the horse blinders to the fact that he's like 25. I just have to turn on the horse blinders to the fact that he's 25 and also her employer. Because it's really cute otherwise. Because it's one of those mangas, like, that's what I mean when sometimes, even though I really don't like age gap, power dynamic shit like this, I can forgive it a little bit because it's written in a way that I forget. Like, it's almost never brought up and never really emphasized what, like genuinely, it's one of those things, they could have just put her in college and the plot would have been the same. Like, I don't know why this choice was made, because truly MC could have been in college and it would not have made a difference to the plot, because you barely are reminded of the fact that she's like 17 or 18. Yeah, you just have to, it's so good, you just gotta turn off your brain a little bit. But I still really love Mika Yamamori. Twinkle Stars is one that I think is written by the same mangaka as Fruits Basket. I want to say it's the same Natsuki Takaya. Yeah. Same. I knew it. It's the same mangaka as Fruits Basket. I really want to read it. I haven't read it. I want to read it though. Ultra cute, don't know her. Usatoki Rhetoric! I love you, Usatoki Rhetoric. I love you, Usatoki Rhetoric. It's cute, it's historical, it's mystery. This girl, she's got the power to know when people are lying. And then she hates herself for it because everyone bullied her about it in her hometown. But then she meets a fun, charismatic detective. I think Dearly would like this one. I think this one is a bit, it's Dearly core, mostly because the love interest is Dearly's type. I feel in my bones that he's Dearly's type, so I feel like Dearly would like this one. I think you should read it. But anyhow, Utena. You know what's funny? I don't think I actually finished the manga because the anime is original. I love the anime. This is absolutely mostly based off the anime. Utena. Voiceover, don't know her. Waiting for Spring, don't know her. I need to read this one. It's so well written. Yeah. Wake Up Sleeping Beauty. Not a single thing. Bokura ga ita. Not a single fucking thing. Yona of the Dawn. I'm gonna get hate for this. I know I'm gonna get hate for this. I've not read Yona of the Dawn. I know I should. I know everyone likes Yona of the Dawn, and I've been meaning to read it for literal years. I just never have. That's my fault. That's my fault. We're getting there though. This one I vaguely recognize, but I am going to have to Google it because this is the Japanese cover, and I can't read. But the art style looks familiar, and I feel like I've seen it before. Nengara, Sophie, and Google. 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 Ugh. Nengara Nembyaku Ansatsu Renka. I don't know it, but it looks fun actually. You know what? My friend compared Itari no Freya with Yona, and it's much more slow burn and comedy filled. Seiyu has the same mangaka with special A, but I think the way they dive into what school, if a VA, oh, that's kind of cool. I'll put her in plan to read. That sounds fun. I'll also put this in plan to read because the premise looks cool, even though I don't actually know it. This one, I also recognize her. I'm looking at the Japanese cover. I just cannot. I will be real with you. It's because I've seen like 6 different manga that look like this, and so that I have to fact check. So I have to fact check. Ah, Shinkan Gradation! Shinkan Gradation. I like Shinkan Gradation. Shinkan Gradation was cute. Shinkan Gradation was cute. I don't remember a lot about it, but it was cute. My friend compared. Yeah, I should read Yona of the Dawn though. No idea. No idea. Hibichocho! Hibichocho! I like Hibichocho. Even though I did say it got really slow, I do still like Hibichocho. Hibichocho is still really, really cute, and I do still love it. I recognize this one. I recognize this one, but I can't put a name to it. So we are going to Google it. Oh, Otonari Complex. Otonari Complex is one I've been wanting to read. I haven't read it, but I want to. This is one that's also been on my read list for a long time. I want to say this is Sekine-kun no Koi. I want to say that's Sekine-kun no Koi. We're gonna fact check though. Please. We're gonna fact check though, because I don't want to say it wrong. Oh, Machida-kun no Sekai. Machida-kun no Sekai is one that I've been wanting to read. Because I heard it's really, really good, but I haven't read it because I'm bad at reading. No idea what this is. But it looks familiar. So once again, Google. Google is my best friend. Oh my god. See, we're hitting the 2-hour mark. I'm so trained to like only stream for 2 hours. I'm like, okay, I'm tired now. I don't know how people stream. There's a reason why Brunch and Build never goes past 2 hours. It's because that's my limit. It's because 2 hours is my limit. God is telling me to fall in love. Is that really what this one is? Well, either way, I don't. Yeah, it's God is telling me I don't know her. She'll be there. I don't know her. Peace. I don't know her. I don't know her. I recognize this one, and I'm going to Google it because it looks familiar, and I want to be fair because a lot of these I recognize them, but I can't identify them off of the Japanese covers. That's the thing. Ah! This is not something's wrong with us. No, this is Murari Hyun no Hanayome. I don't know this one. No Hanayome. It looks cool though. It looks cool though. We'll put her on the plan to read because it just looks cool. Honestly, we can do a part 2. Honestly, I'm a little bit thinking about splitting this into a part 2, looking at the rest of this list. But we've made some good ground. We've made some good progress. I'm a little bit leaning on doing a part 2 because it is very late for me. It is late for me. And there's a lot left. And I want to give a lot of these, like, because just by looking at some of these, like, I know a lot of these that I feel like deserve me to talk about them properly. And I have my 2-hour time limit. Man, I feel bad for having like a 2-hour time limit. But I kind of do. Okay, we're gonna get through. I want to talk about Jonohana. I don't know these. Okay, I could Google them. I don't recognize them. Jonohana. I love you, Jonohana. I feel like I've seen it read, but all of my knowledge is completely fallen out of my brain. I get it. Jonohana is really good. It reminds me of Itsuwari no Freya. I wouldn't say it's as good as Itsuwari no Freya, but it is really up there. It's very similar of like, got a similar thing of like, female, like, girl has to suddenly be put in a position of political power, that she wasn't expecting to take on. Except this one's a little bit different. This girl, the main girl, was born a princess. But the thing is, like, her family hates her, and also her, like, she's not an illegitimate child. She's the daughter of, like, a concubine, but her mom is dead. And she has a brother, but her brother is stupid, and her brother's mother, the Empress, like, sucks. She's a terrible person. And so it's about her trying to seize power. And it's kind of crazy. It's very good. The politics, the action is definitely the focal point. It goes kind of crazy. But there is romance. I wouldn't say it's as strong as Itsuwari no Freya, but it is still very good. And so I want to talk about Jonohana. Honestly, oh, Mizutama Honey Boy. Okay, we're not gonna... Okay. This one's also good. Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna split this into a part 2. I think we are going to split this into a part 2. I think that's the move right now. Because there's a bunch of these that I've read and I want to talk about. A lot of these of like several, like like this whole row. We're not gonna get into it. I do want to continue. I do want to like really get into this because there's a lot of good ones. I love shoujo manga. I've read a lot of them, and I love talking about shoujo manga because I've read so much of them, and I think they're really good. And I think that is the move right now. In that we will have a part 2. I feel like we got through like a good chunk of them. And I'm happy for the progress that has been made. But I will leave this up. I'm gonna export it as it is now, just so that I have it saved. Hoping that it actually saves. Come on, please. Hoping that this actually saves. Just in case this gets lost, I'm gonna download it so I can recreate it. Yeah. Thank you to everyone who joined me on this beautiful scuffed test stream. I had a lot of fun. I love talking about shoujo manga. I just want to talk about shit. That's honestly what I stream for. I just like talking. I just like talking. And I get to do it again tomorrow. That's the other reason why I want to go to bed, is that I stream tomorrow morning. Because tomorrow's brunch and build day, by the way. And so tomorrow morning I literally am going to be streaming brunch and build. And so that's what's happening. And so I do not want to go too crazy tonight. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in to my scuffed ass, my scuffed test stream on this channel. I probably want to try and do part 2. I might do part 2 tomorrow. I might try and do part 2 tomorrow if I'm really feeling it. I might do part 2 tomorrow, but it kind of might be a lot for me to stream twice on the same day. So we'll see. Otherwise, I might have to do it on a weekday, because Sunday I'm busy. Sunday, man, I really kind of messed myself up. I am planning to meet friends in the city on Sunday, and then also I have D&D. So I have to come home in time for evening D&D, but my meetup is more early afternoon, so it's not too bad. But I'm really doing a lot to myself on Sunday. And so I want to try and finish this tomorrow, but there's a chance that I won't, because I don't know if I can stream twice in one day. You become a real YouTuber, you're so busy. I'm really not. Honestly, I might continue this on a weekday, but my issue with weekday streaming is that I have a day job and I have to wake up early. So if I do want to continue this on a weekday, I'll probably have to start a lot earlier than I did today. Because I think I started at I started at 10:30 or 11. I started this very late. But you know, it's what happens. Because I think, by the way, I spent a chunk of time just recreating everything, because I forgot that this is a whole different computer and I have to recreate and re-upload and re-export all of my assets and all of my settings and all of my things onto this computer with Streamlabs, because it's a different account, so it doesn't carry over, and that was really annoying. But it is what it is. And hopefully things will be a little bit better, but also probably not. But we're working there. We're working up to it. I'm not a real YouTuber. Please. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying my best. But hopefully I would like to eventually become a real YouTuber. We're trying. We're getting there. But yeah. Thank you to everyone who came. But watch this. If you liked my intro screen, I hope you like my ending screen, because it is the same, except it says bye. I hope you love my beautiful ending card. Hopefully I'll have something better. In the future. But there's a good chance I'll probably do part 2 on a weekday. I'll probably be doing part 2 on a weekday, because I don't know if I can do it tomorrow, and I know I can't do it Sunday. So yeah. Stand by. Yeah. You guys didn't see my intro. This is my intro. This is my intro card. This is my intro card. And this is my ending card. Part 2. Yeah. I will be having part 2 soon. Because I do want to finish this. I just have the thoughts cooking in my brain. And yeah. Soon. I don't know. Scary? What do you mean scary? Why is it scary? I wanted Yeah, it's truly graphic design is my passion. Graphic design is my passion. Okay? Graphic design is my passion. I tried my best. But genuinely, listen, I made this in I want to say like 30 seconds. But I think it does the job. Is what we're going for. But hopefully I'll have something better eventually. Soon. To be in the front of your soon. Yeah. I mean, no, it's soon I'm going to start soon, but it's also soon I'm going to be in your walls. You know what? That is what I'm going for. It's both. Soon I'm going to start my stream, but also soon I might be in your walls. And yeah, guys, anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because I'm a YouTuber now. I have to remember now that I'm a YouTuber. I have to say, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. And, yeah. As soon as yeah. So soon. So soon. So soon. Session. Thank you for watching, Session. Session. Yeah. Okay, guys. It's my bedtime. I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna sleep so that I can be a person and stream tomorrow morning. Bye!